Hello viewers, here is my storage server. It is a Dell PowerEdge 2650, as you can see right there, a little blurry. This one's known as Vial. I have two other ones. You already know about them from the server stack video, them being Dagon and Perrier. This is the one that was not there, and it was not even in that house. As you can see by the setting, this is much different. I don't make too many videos over here, but I do have some others coming out to you very soon. Let's get started. So on the front here, let's start over here. You can see the Dell logo and PowerEdge 2650, a handle, and drac mount screw, and this thing for the front bezel, which the three that we got, they didn't come with that. Status display. You can see it just says Vial in Windows 2008. A fan header, not sure what it's supposed to really do. Info button, when you press that, it flashes that. And it'll flash a light on the back. That way, if you're working with a bunch of these in a rack, you'll know which one to service. Power button, you can see it's flashing right now. 2 gigabit Ethernet lights, and the mystery button that seems to be on all Dell PowerEdge servers. And up here, you got PS2, VGA, and USB 1.0. Yeah, that's right, 1.0. These, well, this one seems to be stuck. Oh, there it goes. Are blanks. You can see they're also really dusty. It's a little different with these four areas right here. So this is a combo between compact disc, DVD, ROM, and it's rewritable, so that's nice. And also a floppy disk drive. And if you pull this out, you can see it is hot swappable. You can also get a CD-ROM drive to put in here. And you just wait, and when you hear a click, like that, you know it's in. Right here, this is the main drive that operates the entire machine. It's a Seagate Cheetah at 10,000 RPMs or 10K. I can't exactly tell you how much is on this thing. I would have to boot the machine first. But I can't really do that either because I don't have a monitor hooked up. But I will show it running though. When we should go. So that was drive 0. This is drive 1 down here, which is yet another Seagate Cheetah. This one was from the Dagon server. Yeah, Seagate Cheetah, 10K RPMs, and possibly the same amount of storage. And the model numbers are actually the same, both of them. And then here's from Perrier. This is the Maxtor Atlas, also at 10K RPMs. This one says 36 gigabyte on it, but usable, it's like 33 gigs, 33.5 or something. Alright, let's turn around and look at the back. Well, let's get this vacuum out of the way so we can actually see. So this area right there that area is a little messy. As you can see, 2 redundant power supplies. And a lot of people think that plugging in the second power supply takes more power, and if you think that, you're actually wrong. This is the one that usually runs all the time, and this one's purely for redundancy, so if this one were to die, this one would pick up the slack. You can also change them to run at 50% each, as just one giant PSU, but I think the first option's better. And if you turn the light off, you can see the plugged-in grounded LED is on. You see, that's the light that flashes on the other side. And whatever this is, because this is the colored, multicolored LED, it's both blue and orange. So I don't know what this is. I think it's like, it's an error, like the red one on there. There's 2 Delta fans. I have 6 fans out of 7 in here. And 2 of them aren't even Delta fans. I don't even know what they are. I couldn't tell how to pronounce it. There's 2 gigabit Ethernet NICs right there. 2 serial ports. Not that anybody would really use those. PS2, VGA, 2 more USB 1.0s, and a drac connection. Those who do not know what drac is, it is Dell Remote Access Controller is what it stands for. And 3 PCIe bays. This is just here because I couldn't find the other knockout for this. So yeah, this here I just took off of an Ethernet card. I was gonna put the Ethernet card in there, but it was a PCI card. It only fits for PCI. It doesn't work for. It wasn't PCIe compatible. And the reason this slot was actually gone is because we used to have a sound card in this thing, but the sound card he's using is in his computer, which you could probably hear behind me. But I'll get to that in another video. Let's pop the hood and see just what we're dealing with. So, if it isn't already blindly obvious how to take off the hood, there are 4 thumb screws. Well, normally you'd be able to take it off, be able to screw it off with your fingers like that. The middle one seems to be very tight. Just open them till they pop out like so. Alright, I'm gonna get this one now. See, it still says Vial down there. The LED display is always on. Why is this one so tight? Here, I'm gonna look for my screwdriver. Give me a second. Alright, so I was unable to locate the screwdriver, but I did manage to get this off. After that, you push it back like that. You can see some of the front board is exposed. And I won't lie, this thing is kind of a pain to take off and put on. You can see this thing is one giant beast. Alrighty. You can see there's only 2 lights on. There's one right here, and there's also one over there on the backplane. You can see right there. There's the PCIe, there's the deltas, and there's 2 more deltas right there. You can see there's one missing there. I think that you shouldn't have to, it shouldn't have to error for that, because that's one of the most useless fans in the entire system. I think that fan there should be completely optional. Yeah, there's the 2 deltas back there, there's the 2 deltas there, and then there's these ones, which aren't deltas. You can actually kind of tell, because this one has an orange one, this one actually has a white one, so there's that one. Here, if I pull it out, you can see, let's see if I can figure out, made in the China, so it's Chinese garbage, don't quote me on that. Manibia. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, these heat sinks are still very dirty. Yeah, we're gonna have to clean those out. Here, actually, just give me 1 second. Actually, no, I'm gonna leave it plugged in, that way it's grounded. Let's see if I can... Yeah, I'll have to include the video of when I first powered up and what it sounded like. So let's get back to what I was saying. So there's the backplane board. 2 heat sinks for the Intel Xeon processors at 3.66 gigahertz each. There's the VRMs, they're on their own little expansion cards. There's the power supplies, the RAID battery. I don't remember everything about that. Ooh. There's a weird thing in here. There's 6 gigabytes of RAM right there. Excuse me. Yeah, 6 gigabytes of RAM. There's the RAID cache or the RAID DIMM. And there is the RAID key right next to it. And of course the back rear delta fans. And of course the north bridge and the system battery. And there's the connectors for the backplane. And if you pull these up, you can actually remove it. And if you pull this up, you can remove this entire thing. So give me a second, I'll pop the lid back on. Alright, that being done, I say we fire this puppy up and we can see how ridiculously loud this thing's. It sounds something like a 747. It's actually not as loud. It's not horribly loud, but it is still pretty loud. But I mean, what are you gonna expect? It's a giant server with deltas of all things. Then again, the Sanace fans aren't better. Okay, not bad, not bad. These fans over here are running out of low. Well, I was about to say they were running at a low RPM, but not anymore. Intrusion. It marked off that intrusion for no reason. Yeah, see, it's mainly complaining about fan 7. It got louder because of fan 7. There's still another fan in there that needs to be in there. Seems like it's doing spin-up tests now. Wait 5 seconds until after that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this pupper is actually quite loud when it's in emergency mode. Mainly because of the fans on the back, they're the loudest. And if you have the original fans on the back, the original ones are even louder. Because they're beefier. But I don't have the original fans. In fact, those off-brand ones were the ones that were originally in here. I think those 2 fans might have gotten replaced at one point while they were still at the company. And they got replaced, and they obviously, the person replacing the fans didn't care if they were deltas or not. So yeah. But I did move the off-branded ones to the front side instead of like the inner side. I mean, because when they're on the other side, the pitch of them was much higher. Like it's like going. It was much higher. I know that wasn't a good example. My voice isn't exactly the best, but it should have been good enough for you to understand. But for moving them to a different spot, they they all sound alike now, which actually is much better. So yeah, let's hit it one more time. Actually, we're gonna hit with the lid off. So yeah, it will start bitching about intrusions. Sorry for the language. I know I'm not best with that. Maybe I'll bleep it out later if I find the time. But I got skew. I don't like school. Then again, who does? Some people do. I mean, I think regular school's better than freaking online school because of this whole pandemic going on, and therefore I was stuck online, and that was horrible. We'll never do that again. Yeah, like I said, these are very hard to get off. Here, you can like get a better glimpse of all the lights too, because all the other lights are on. I mean, not right now. We'll have to power it on. So here we go. There they go. Go right there. And go there. I think those are for the hard drives. Yeah, these things are really loud.